Music Hip Hop Hall of Fame conference went down, and they were discussing issues facing the hip hop community, among other things. And to show you what went down, we took our cameras out there. So let's check it out.
We need to talk tonight.
I think it was an excellent event. Although there was a few people missing, I think the people that were here were specialists. Communication is not always words. Sometimes you just show up.
Right.
And you're communicating.
People are really trying to define what hip hop is. Actually, I believe it's just urban culture, and urban culture actually is timeless. We can trace it back to a time when blacks and Latinos were growing up in inner cities, and we were doing similar things even in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s. Somewhere along the way, someone called it hip-hop.
I just feel like a lot of pioneers need to take it upon themselves to get together before they really get into a roundtable discussion. Just compare notes and understand that there are other versions to stories and accounts that happened during the 70s, especially.
The whole point is communication, you know, because even with some of the generations that may have came before others, you know, you link them together.
In every story, there was at least one common thing. The names were always the same.
And just like folk tales, we have to actually live to tell the tale to the next. So the next can live to tell the tale to the next, and so on and so forth.
And I always say that regardless of how much props people has given us for doing what we've done as a group, there's always room for me to be a student and learn. I salute anyone who's trying to get down to the bare essentials and the facts of what goes on with hip-hop and where it's coming from. We need to get down and sit down and know what's going on, and it's the same with the era before us and the genesis of it all. I've been an artist who's been blessed to go overseas and know how much people want to know and feel a part of what's going on, and for them to feel a part of it, they need to know all the information.
I said very little on this.
You said a lot.
To tell you the truth, I felt out of place. I felt like I really didn't deserve to be on the panel.
By your presence being here, you made this an international panel.
Right.
Not only did you make an international panel, you represent for the females. Pebbly Pooh.
Oh my God.
Here.
When they said Pebbly Pooh was on the panel, come here, Peb, this woman, one of the originators, MC B Girl. This is my girl. Hi. This is a moment right here, all right?
So what are we making?
History. There you go. Studio Y, baby. Wow. Welcome back, Olu, spokesperson for the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, sitting here with me. And Olu, I wanted to ask you, why was this the first one? Why?
Well, it took us a long time to plan this thing. You know, something of this magnitude couldn't happen overnight. So, you know, it's been in the works for 13 years.
Wow.
And, you know, we just wanted to do it right, and we wanted to raise the bar.
Okay.
You know, we really also wanted to start the training process. So, if nothing else, we gained that.
Now, side clause.